started out like a movie scene, something straight out of a magazine. I crossed my fingers you'd come to me, then all of a sudden it became reality. Don't care about no gold, no one else to hit my phone up. None of that pretentious life. No, 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 don't need no pills to get high. There's no doubt in my mind, your love, it is all that I need. To hit my phone up, none of that pretentious life. No, 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 don't need no pills to get high. There's no doubt in my mind, your love, it is all that I need.
Fabulous, fantastic, fun Friday, where we do Yoga Plus. And what is the plus? The plus is Barre, the plus is Pilates, the plus is Sculpt with weights. Oh my gosh, the plus is whatever you want it to be. Other days of the week, we do other practices where we combine lots of different things. It's all good and it's all designed to make you stronger, more flexible, and more mobile. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. You're doing it your way. No competition with yourself. That's the big thing. Don't worry if the guy next to you in a class is doing a handstand. You know, that's intimidating and unnecessary. You're doing this your way. You're doing it from home, and that's what our yoga is all about. The biggest thing is don't hurt yourself. If something hurts, don't do it. Back out of it. You don't need to hurt. Don't hurt yourself. You'll set yourself back. Take it easily. Take it gradually. Take it incrementally. Do what feels right in your body, plain and simple. Grab some props to do that. I'm Jan, this is 316 Yoga. We're gonna have fun today. The biggest thing is just don't hurt your body, okay? All right, so the props we usually use, you can have a strap if you wanna use that. A couple of your yoga blocks, if you don't have them, buy them, they're inexpensive. And a bender ball today, a bender ball or a slow motion ball. This one's nice, I really like this one. And the thing is, you don't blow it up all the way. You keep it kind of just maybe, I don't know, 80% inflated, so you can create an unstable surface. That's the purpose of this ball, to create an unstable surface. So you got that and maybe some hand weights and some water. If you don't have hand weights, grab 2 water bottles. It's no big deal, just have a little bit of resistance. Don't overthink it, have some fun. fun. That's our word today. Focus on this word. Enjoyment, playfulness, informal, no judgment. Just let things go and have fun, really. If it's not fun, you're not going to come back. All right, come on, let's go. Come on up to standing. You know, you could have a chair nearby too. That's always a great thing for balance. Don't overthink it. Come on up to standing. Let's do our little warm-up. And when you do this, think about a stress number. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10 when you go to the doctor. What's your pain? Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Rate it. Give it a number, and let's do our warm-up. All right, so today's warm-up. Just stand. Just stand. Just stand. Sometimes that's a challenge. Just stand. Close your eyes, arms down by your sides. That's your mountain pose. All right, maybe you close your eyes. Deep breath in through your nose. Big sigh in, breath out through your mouth. Big breath in through your nose. Big sigh in, breath out through your mouth. Send your shoulders a little more to the back of the room and lower them away from your ears. When you're ready, on the next inhale, lift your arms up. Sweep on up and lift them on up. Not so easy with the eyes closed, is it? As you exhale loudly out your mouth, float your arms down. A few breaths like this. Up with the inhales. Think out with the exhales. Think hands coming down. Think earth as you inhale. Think sky. It's all yours. Arms float down to the earth. Inhale, arms float up to the sky. And as you inhale, lift out of your hips, lift out of the crown of your head. And as your arms come down, settle the shoulders back and down and root solidly into your strong foundation of your feet. Arms up, arms down, lift. All right, we're going to talk about ruts, and we're going to talk about trenches today. My first thought was those are the same things, but they're not. Ruts versus trenches. All right? Let's float the arms down. Bring your hands to your hips to strike that pose of confidence. Feet a little wider than hip width distance. Hands on your shoulders or on your hips because you got an attitude. Send your elbows back. Chest up high to the sky. Lift the chest. Really feel the chest opening, almost like when you're in a fish pose that we do other days. Breathe. Big breathe in. Breathe out. Chest is big and strong. You're like Superman. All right, when you're ready, start to come up onto the balls of your feet, lifting and lowering here, building strength in your foundation. You could have a chair here. All right, what do you think of when you think of a rut? A rut is something that when it rains a lot, it carves a rut into the earth and water goes through it and, you know, it gets really strong and it gets really deep. Ruts just kind of happen and you fall into ruts a lot of times. Bad habits, you fall into ruts. Those are ruts. Not good. You want to get out of your ruts, but that rain, that current is really strong. All right, so maybe come back onto your heels, lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. There's your confidence stance. Let's do a palm tree pose. Bring your legs in a little bit, lift your arms up high to the sky, interlace your fingers and send your palms to the sky. Bend in the elbows is nice if you like it. Start to sway from side to side. All right, other word, trenches. Trenches are intentional. Ruts just happen. Trenches are intentional. Think of when an army builds a trench. They want to get somewhere, they want to protect themselves. A trench is on purpose, it's intentional. So get rid of those ruts, those unintentional thoughts that don't serve you, those bad habits, and dig some trenches, dig some good trenches, good habits for the new year, like doing your yoga. Breathe. All right, nice big stretch in the side, feel it, let it feel good. Let's finish. Come back up to center. Place your hands at your low back. Push your hips forward, squeeze your elbows back, and take a baby back bend. Look up to the sky. Maybe bend farther. Maybe push your hips more forward. And then move the spine in the other way. Fold forward. Let your arms hang toward the earth. Let your gaze go back toward your belly button or your knees. Put a bend in your knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. While we're down here, let's do a little twist. First of all, lift your toes. Give them a wiggle. Plant your feet solidly. Dig those monkey toes into the mat. Take your hands. Bring your hands to opposite elbow creases. Feet about hip width distance apart and gently start to sway one elbow back toward a knee, then the other elbow back toward the other knee. Loosen up your low back. Tension in the low back is so common. This will help counter it. Come back to the midline of your body. Release your fingers toward the earth. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time, keeping your chin down to your chest until you get back up to standing. And then take your chin away from your chest. Tee out your arms and start to do arm circles. Breathe. Into the nose, out through the mouth. Add in the knees. Put a bend in the knees when the hands come down, and then straighten the knees up when the hands come up. Circles can be big, they can be small, whatever feels good in your shoulders. Arm circles in the other direction. Bend in the knees, maybe bend it a little deeper. All right, when you're ready, come on up to standing. Put your hands back on your hips. Bend in the knees. Think chair pose. You know how we do chair? Where you bend in the knees and the arms are reaching to be a counterbalance. Let's keep our hands on our hips now. Let's bring our shoulders back a little bit, if you can, and then start to pulse up and down. Little teeny pulses up and down. Maybe pop on up to the balls of your feet. Little teeny pulses up and down. Maybe sink a little lower and continue with those pulses. And you know, if the balance is kind of an issue here, put your hands on that chair. Or move your hands to where they feel comfortable. Maybe with the arms more forward, you feel a little more balanced. A little lower in the chair pose. Take your pulses a little bit deeper. Oh my goodness, are your thighs on fire yet? Oh yeah. Wait till we do fire hydrant and donkey kick. Then you'll really feel it. All right, come on up, heels down, arms lift, extended mountain, lift. Take a baby back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Guess where we're going now? Ragdoll. Bend your elbows, hands to opposite elbow creases. We got a lot of ragdolls today to work on that low back pain. Crown of the head toward the earth. So that means your chin is tucked. Wiggle your knees a little bit. Start to sway through the elbows, back and forth. One more time, come back to the midline. Release your fingers toward the earth. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time, chin away from your chest. Big coat swing. Remember that one? Arms down by your sides. Root into the earth. Start to twist from side to side. Arms are heavy. Look over one shoulder, then the other. And take that big twist. Twist, twist. So your hands are tapping, you know, your hip or your backside, then the other side. And then let's finish. Come back to the midline. Guess what? Hands to opposite elbow creases. Fold forward, that I Dream a Genie pose. Fold forward. Let's do ragdoll again. Little bend in the knees. You're an expert at it. Rock and roll back and forth. Elbow toward knee. Breathe. Let your head hang. And then finish. Release your fingers to the earth. Bend your knees and come on down to your mat. That's your little warm-up. So the body knows good things are coming, right? Let's go into child's pose to tell our mind about the good things coming. All right, I'm gonna spread my knees wide. You can put a towel underneath your knees if you like. Reach your arms forward. Take any other variation of this pose that works for you today. I'm gonna press my hands into the mat. I'm gonna send my tailbone back toward my heels. I'm gonna rest my forehead on the mat. You could put a block under your forehead if you prefer. I'm gonna reach my arms a little farther to get into that stretch in my shoulders. Breathe in. Let it go, sigh it out. This is your time, nobody else's. Your time for your mind, your body, your soul. Take it and enjoy it. Don't feel guilty, but do yourself the favor of being present. Don't worry about what's to come. Don't worry about the past. Just be here and just focus on what you're feeling. I'm going to walk my fingers a little more forward. I'm going to turn my head left to right so my forehead gets a little massage here. I'm going to plant my elbows down. I'm going to bend my elbows and bring my hands, palms together to touch so my hands are in prayer behind my head. Nice little stretch in the triceps. Breathe in. Sigh it out. When you're ready, close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose if you like. It helps you focus inward. Move your tailbone back just a little bit more toward the back of the room. Child's pose. Come back to it anytime you like. Same with ragdoll. Do it anytime you like when we're standing. Your yoga, do it your way. It's all good. All right, let's bring the arms down. Let's press on up to a neutral tabletop position. Let's do cat-cow. Knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Lengthen through your spine as you push the earth away, pushing the tops of your feet into the mat and your hands too. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale the air out of your lungs as you push into the earth and tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, cow, tailbone and crown of the head lift. So do some more of that. What you're doing, your spine, like the letter C. So just think of your spine and how it's moving. Lift your head up in cow. Tuck your chin in cat. And remember to breathe. Breathe deeply. As you exhale, really hollow out your belly so you can feel your navel going to your spine and you can take that cat pose even deeper. Oh, this feels good in the back. The spine, you have got to move it. Our warm-up did that in our forward folds and our back bends, and that palm tree pose, it moved it sideways, and now we're going back and forth again here on the ground. There's your cat-cow. Finish up in your neutral tabletop. Let's find the ball, and if you don't have a one of these TheraBalls, take nothing at all. Or you could take your weight and put it behind your knee. Or like I said, nothing at all. The ball is just kind of fun. All right, so lift the knee up, the right knee. The ball's behind the right knee. Lift the right knee up. Draw the toes toward the chin. It helps toward the shin, not the chin, but I guess it is going toward the chin too. Foot, toes drawn toward the shin. It allows you to hold the ball more tighter. All right, so lift the leg to the side of the room. All right, so that is your fire hydrant pose. Maybe lift it higher, maybe not so high. Take it to donkey kick. Lift the foot to the back of the room. Knees meet, then lift again to the back. So nice tight glutes, right? Take it to fire hydrant. Maybe 2 or 3 or 5 times. Take it to a donkey kick. Kick that donkey kick nice and high. So your knee is at about hip height. Bring the knees to meet and kick it up. Back and forth, back to fire hydrant. Couple there, and then take it back to donkey kick. You don't have to count, just kind of even it out. Lift to the side, lift to the back. Now lift it good and high in that donkey kick. Foot really nice and high, and then kick the heel in toward your bottom. Keep it pulsing, keep it pulsing, keep it going. It's one of the signatures of your bar practice, lots of pulsing. All right, your right hip, dial it back down so the hips are equidistant to your mat. Keep kicking yourself in the bottom here. How does this feel on your wrists? If it's uncomfortable, spread your fingers a little bit wider. Push a little more weight into the thumb and the forefinger, or the pointer finger, and stay there. You could fold your mat in half. That's easy enough to do. You're right here. You could fold the mat in half. That helps a little bit. Or put a towel underneath your hands. There are those wrist wedges you could use too. Or ball your hands into fists. Lots of ways to make it doable. All right, is that enough kicking? Let's finish. Hover the right knee next to the left. You got it. Bring the foot down. Let's take it to the other side. Okay, so the ball now goes behind the left knee. Neutral tabletop. Adjust. Push into the earth. And start to lift the leg to the left side of the room. Lift it a little higher maybe. Get comfortable with it. And then bring the knees together. And then donkey kick it up to the sky. Knees kind of meet, then you go back. Kind of the same number that you're doing in your fire hydrant. Let's go back to it. Lift that a few times. Working those hips. And then back to your donkey kick. Knees kiss, leg goes up. Oh, the ball is slipping for me. I need to adjust it. Draw the toes more toward the shin to lock it in place. Then go back to the donkey kick and back to the fire hydrant. That's what this is. All right, Another donkey kick. Another fire hydrant a few times. Donkey kick. Now lift that foot good and high to the sky. Check out your hips, keep them equidistant to the mat. Kind of like when we do half pigeon pose or sleeping swan, we say, oh, slip that block under your hip to keep your hips equidistant. Makes a difference. All right, pulse the foot up to the sky. Remember all your little formulas for your wrists? Do what feels good. Little pulses up, up, up. Nice and strong. Lift it even higher. Can you go higher? Why not? How does that feel? You know, sometimes we do this in a standing position using the back of the chair. So next time, if your wrists are bothering you, maybe take it standing. We'll try that next week. All right, so keep it going. Keep it going. Dial that left hip down. Oh, I can feel it. Breathe. How you doing? Let's finish and go to bird dog. Hover the left knee next to the right. Put the foot down. Oh, you know what would feel good in between? Take the ball to the top of your mat. Spread your knees wide. Remember that wide-legged child's pose we started out with? Do the same thing here. Hips back to your heels. Oh, that stretch feels really good after all those fire hydrants. All right, forehead down, ball under your hands. Maybe move the ball a little bit left to right. Push into the ball. Hips more back to your heels. Let's finish. Come on up and let's do bird dog. Okay, for your bird dog, you can use the ball again, or no ball is fine too. I'm gonna start by putting this ball under my right knee. And don't sweat it. You can do a great bird dog without it. All right, I'm gonna put the ball under my knee. That will create an unstable surface for me. I'm going to draw my right toes toward my shin, so I'm more stable here. I'm gonna lift the left leg up and extend it long. I'm gonna draw my toes toward my shin here and hold it so the heel is driving to the back of the room. Both my hands are on the mat underneath my shoulders. Now my left leg is lifted. I'm gonna lift my right arm to challenge my balance a little bit more. Lift, stretch, reach, you've got it. Find your balance on that ball. It's gonna wiggle, but you're strong. You're working your core here. You don't even realize it. Those deep muscles deep down in your core are holding you here. Hold it, hold it. Maybe elbow to knee once, twice, 3 or 4 times, you decide. And then let's finish. Reach and stretch it out one more time. Hand down, knee down, other side. Switch the ball under the other knee. All right, hands down, left toes tucked. Okay, I got this. Lift the right leg up, extend it long, draw the heel to the back of the room. Hold it here, right here, you're perfect. When you're ready, if you're ready, lift the left arm, reach it, stretch it, hold it, lengthen it, elbow to knee, once, twice, however many times you want. I'm going for 4. Reach, stretch, don't give up, don't quit, reach. Hand down, knee down, you got it. All right, so remove that ball. Now come into a downward facing dog. Hands down, back toes tucked. Hips go high, there's your down dog. Knees, feet are hip width distance apart. Hands, wrists are shoulder width distance apart. Tailbone lifted high to the sky. Heels slightly elevated. Now pedal them. Your neck, look back towards your knees so your neck is nice and loose. Shake it out. Pedal it out. You got it. How you doing in your downward facing dog? Let's walk our feet to our hands or our hands to our feet. Roll your spine up, 1 vertebra at a time, come up to standing. Take your extended mountain pose. Lengthen up here, an extended mountain. Rise up, take a baby back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Hi, Dwayne. All right, let's come down here. Take your elbows to opposite, take your hands to opposite elbow creases. Start to sway, ragdoll pose. You got it. Breathe. Release your hands to your mat. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain again. Lift. Breathe. Exhale, hands to purse center, fold forward, ragdoll again, fold forward. Hands to opposite elbow creases, little bend in the knee. Start to sway the elbows one more time. Hands release to the earth this time, and your knees bend, because they can, and you come on down. We're gonna do our 1-minute plank. I'm gonna grab a drink of water before we do that. We set a little timer up on the screen for you to track your progress, if you like. You don't want to, you don't have to. All right, so we do different variations of plank. You could come to fully reclined on your back. Send your hands up to the sky and act as if you're in an inverted plank. Get in your head, tell yourself you can do it. Whole idea about our practice, 3 things I always think about in sequencing. Is it safe? Is it effective? And is it fun? You gotta have it fun. All right, do that variation of plank if you like. Another variation of plank you could do is to come down onto all 4s. Send your knees a little back, hinge the weight forward into the arms with your shoulders over your wrists, and hold it here. Feel the strength in your arms. You could slip your arms down, bending the elbows, coming into like a sphinx pose here. Palms long, palms on your mat. Send your legs long, tuck your toes, and pop on up to a dolphin plank. I'm gonna take a high plank, and that's gonna be shoulders over wrists and legs long at a hip width distance apart. And I'm gonna kick it up a notch with something a little different. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna set a timer. Let's go into our plank. I've got to move Piper here. There we go. 1-minute plank, let's go. All right, so hold that plank. Now, this is a high plank, shoulders over wrists, legs feet hip width distance apart. Belly's not sagging. Try to be nice and straight and flat like a plank. I'm gonna take it to mountain climbers. Knee bends toward the elbow or the wrist. Mountain climbers, take it. You're 15 seconds in. All right, now let's cross the mountain climber, opposite elbow toward opposite knee. There you go. Take it to a pike. Lift your hips high to the sky. Also kind of a bit of a break, but then you can walk your feet up. Walk your feet up, pike your bottom, send your feet on back. Come back to your high plank. Hinge forward. You've got it. Only 20 seconds left. It's going too fast. Now bring a foot out, then a foot in. So like little individual jumping jacks, or take them both out and back. In your plank jacks. You got it. You got it. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna come back to a down dog. I'm gonna pedal it out and breathe. Shaking the neck. Whew. Bending the knees, hinging forward. A little bit of a bear plank, hover, and then come down. All right, grab a seat, grab a drink. Let's do toes pose. All right, tuck your toes towards your shins. Have a seat. Back on your heels. We did this yesterday in our restorative practice with just a blanket. It's all good. If you want, slip a block underneath your bottom. Now, I'm not saying one's easier or harder than the other. You do exactly what feels right. Don't think of the blocks as a crutch. Some poses they make harder, some poses they make easier. It doesn't matter. It's just shaking it up. All right, so you're sitting on your heels. If it's painful, come out. If it's just uncomfortable, hang with it. Right, Stan? Right, Tyrone? Right, Steve? Right, Roger? We got the guys today. Betty, Lynn, Diane, Kelly, Marietta, Rena, Elliot, Judy, Tina, I already said Tina, and Alicia. I'm glad you guys are here. All right, but come on to the tops of your feet. Take it to an ankle pose. Stretch out the ankles and lean on back. Lean on back. You could use your blocks. Keep your knees together. Weight is on the tops of your feet. Stretch out your ankles. Let it feel really super good. One more time, back to toes pose. Hands to prayer center. Maybe tell yourself something kind about yourself. Work on developing those trenches of goodness, not ruts. Let's do it again. Back to the ankle pose. Oh, you can use your hands. Use a little kickstand and stretch out your ankles. Hands to prayer center. Let's do a plank. Why not? Okay, come on, let's do it. Come back to a neutral tabletop. From your neutral tabletop, lift your feet up, squeeze and scrunch your toes, circle your ankles, tap the tops of your feet out on your mat like a drum roll. All right, let's take this ball and let's go into a belly forearm plank with this ball underneath the tops of our feet. All right, so put the tops of your feet on the ball. Come forward, come on down to your belly. Onto your forearms, elbows underneath your shoulders. Press your forearms into your mat. I'm not gonna set a timer here. You're just gonna try to pop on up and hold it in your forearm plank. Press into your hands and lift and hold. The ball, again, is an unstable surface, strengthening the core. Hold as long as you like. Take a little break here and there. Drop down to your knees and then pop back in the game. Hold it. You got it. No sweat. No problem. Come on, you got it. Hold it. Lengthen through your spine. And then finish. Come on down. Remove the ball. We're going to use it again. If you don't have the ball, it's no problem. All right, so another variation of plank. Let's do boat pose. And we're going to take this ball. We're going to place it between our ankles. Bend your knees and lean on back. Lean on back as if you're in a recliner. Boat pose. And keep your arms down by your sides. Totally fine. Practice lifting your legs. And tucking the heels down. Lift and lower a little bit. Lean on back more. You're in a beach recliner, remember. Maybe remove the hands. Keep them at prayer center. Touching the heels down and lifting. Nice. Let's lift the legs up. Squeeze the ball in, in, in. Keep your back nice and flat and straight. Hands down is no problem. Breathe. Hands to prayer center is good too. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's finish. Come on down. Remove the ball. Place the ball to your low back. Perhaps place a block at the bottom of your mat. Bend your knees. Bring the pinky edge side of your feet to the block. Lean on back on that ball. Hands to prayer center, little pulses. You can reach your arms forward too. Breathe. You do what feels right. Surround the right knee. Surround it with your arms. Little lifts, little lowers. Back to center. Couple pulses up. I'm going to scoot my block up more closer to my groin. Breathe. Ooh, I'm going to regret that. All right. Arms to the left leg. Surround and lift and lift and lift. Back to center. Pulse. Pulse. Keep your knees open wide. Pulse to the right leg. Surround the right leg. Palms touch. Left arm goes back, back, back. Touch the ground like an archer pulling a bow, right? Hands touch. Pull the bow. Hands touch, elbow down. Hands touch, now pulse. Back to center and pulse. Breathe. Left knee surrounded. Palms touch. Right elbow touches the earth. Oh, where is that earth? Palms touch. Back to archer. Palms touch. Back, touch. Back, touch. Back to center. Lift, ooh, lift. Don't you love it? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Arms up more to the corner, to the top where the ceiling and the wall meet. Breathe, maybe overhead. Breathe, breathe. Finish. Come on up to seated. Take your block away. Take that ball and use it. Don't have to if you don't want to. We're going to do a Pilates bicycle. I'm going to do it on the ball and hope the ball doesn't pop. All right, lean on back. Bring your shoulders on back. Send your legs high up to the sky. Legs up to the sky, just ride a bicycle. Pedal here, legs high to the sky, shoulders are down. Take a break. All right, there you go. You got that going on. Want to take it to another layer? It's up to you. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my feet down for a second, pull the ball out, then I'm going to send my legs up, up, up to the sky. Hold on to your hips. Whew. Now do your bicycle. You can put the ball back in if you want. Bicycle. Hips high. Chin to your chest. Maybe send your legs high. Maybe let the toes come overhead. Maybe let them come closer to the earth. Higher. More touching the earth. Maybe alternate with one foot down and the other up. Try to find that earth. It's there. It's not much farther than you think. And then finish. Roll on up. Come on up to seated. Nice job. It's time to do Pilates hundreds. All right, this is a very familiar pose. Joseph Pilates, one of his favorites. He says to do it 100 times, but we're not going to count. You're going to do it however many times is right for you. That's all that matters. All right, so come on down slowly all the way to your back. Arms down by your sides, palms down. Lift your arms a little bit off the earth and start to pulse the hands toward the earth. Maybe lift out of the shoulders. Maybe add in the feet. Breathe. You got it. Shoulders away from the ears. You got it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You got it. Pulse the arms to the earth. Shoulders away from the ears. Reach your fingers farther down to the bottom corners of your mat. You got it. Maybe lift the legs a little higher or a little lower. You decide. Breathe. You got it. Just don't quit. Maybe take a little break and then get back in the game. Let's finish. Feet come down, arms go high overhead. Stretch it out in your stick pose. Stretch, reach, you got it. Breathe in, sigh it out, let it go. Let's come on up to a standing position. So, arms float down by your sides. Come on up to standing. You can go into a downward facing dog by placing your hands on the mat. Feet hip width distance apart. Pedal it out. Pedal it. Still your feet. Feet walk to meet hands or hands walk to meet feet. You're folded over. Guess what would be a great pose to do? Lift your toes up. Give them a wiggle. Now hands to opposite elbow creases. Do your ragdoll. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. All right, come back to the midline and just hang out here. Crown of the head toward the earth, chin toward your chest. Think of your spine getting good and long. Release your fingers to the mat. Find your weights and roll on up to a standing position. All right, you got your weights. Let's go. So bring your weights to your shoulders. Weights to your shoulders. Let's lift the weights up. Palms facing in and then lower the weights. So just lift and lower. Keep your gaze forward. You could alternate doing one arm, then the other. You decide what feels good for you. You could be doing water bottles. Just have a little something, right? Weights, not very expensive. You can get those delivered today too if you like. You can go to different sizes. Breathe. All right, let's bring the weights to the shoulders. Let's tee out the arms. Tee out the arms and then bring the weights to your shoulders. Elbows bent wide to the sides of the room. Open the arms up and do it again. Breathe. Shoulders are over your hips. You're standing up good and straight. Stay strong. You can alternate here too, having one arm bent, then the other straightened, and just start to turn your head and look left to right. Do what feels good and right for your arms, for your body today. But don't forget your neck. Turn your neck. You're strong. Stay with it. All right, let's tee out the arms. Pulse the weights up. Just little teeny pulses up. You know what's gonna come next. Little pulses up, up, up. Don't stress out in the knees too. Have them be gentle and calm and relaxed. When you're ready, those arms, let's flip them the other way. Palms face down and pulse the arms down, down, down. Oh, those weights are getting super heavy. That's the way it is, right? Pulse them down. You got it. When you're ready, let's let the arms float down, bringing the shoulders away from the ears. Let that feel super good. All right, bend your knees. Think chair pose. We've done this a lot. You can stay flat on your feet or pop on up to the balls of your feet. Adjust your low body. Shoulders are back over your hips. You've got these weights here. Bend your elbows, hugging the elbows in. Weights are forward. Sink a little bit lower. Hold it here. When you're ready, drinking bird. You take the variation you like. Maybe you're flat on your feet, maybe you're high on your toes. Send the weights to the back of the room. This is more about balance than anything else. Focus forward. Don't look at the TV. Look at something that's not moving and just focus on your inner strength. Hold those weights way far back to the back of the room. Pulse the edges of those weights up to the sky. Maybe you sink a little lower in your bottom. Breathe. You're still looking forward. Start to pulse those weights in towards your low spine. Feel your chest opening up. Let it feel great. Breathe. As you're ready, feet come down, arms are still. You come up to nice and tall standing. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, let it go. Serve the tray, bring your arms forward. Little teeny pulses of the arms up, 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 You can do this, maybe for fun, just kind of alternate. Unsteady tray, right? Then lift them up. Bring the tray a little higher. Hold it up nice and high and pulse it up, up, up. Keep it going. Now do bicep curls. Elbows are at about shoulder height. Bring the weights towards your elbows and extend them. There you go. And again, you can alternate if that feels better. Be kind to your knees, soften up. Don't lock them out. All right, bicep curls. Let's go back to serving the tray, arms extended, palms up, flipping palms down. Pulse, flipping palms up, flipping palms down. Arms float down by your sides. Put a bend in your knees, but keep your feet down. Bend your elbows again, bringing the weights up kind of towards your armpits, and then send them back, kick them back. Arms up, kick them back. Breathe. One more little thing to do for those triceps. Let's come to standing, weights down by your sides. Come on up to standing, send the weights up high to the sky. Maybe you ditch one weight, put one weight on the ground, it's up to you. I'm gonna take these weights now and bring them to between my shoulder blades in the back. Lift and lower, lift and lower. What feels good for you? You're strong, you can do this, don't quit, don't give up. All right, strong arms. All right, here we go. Let's bring the weights down by our sides. Let's, our shoulders away from the ears, hinge forward. Create a flat back. Hinge a little bit lower. Let the weights hang toward the earth. Bend the elbows to the sides of the room. Bring the weights toward your heart, then down. Weights to the heart and down. Little bend in the knees, nice flat back. Arms extend, then they bend. Extend the arms, then tee out the arms, raising the weights to the side as you take like little flies. All right, arms together, arms long, out to the side, then bring them back together, then bend them. Bring the weights to the heart, weights toward the ground, weights out. Weights toward the ground, together, up toward the heart, then down. Out, back in, then up to the heart. Down, out, down, heart. You got it. Keep at it a little bit. And when you're ready, let's finish. Put the weights down. Roll your spine up, one vertebra at a time. Let's do a little bit of balancing. You can use your chair. Tree pose, hands to prayer center. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. I'm going to bend one leg, place that foot inside the thigh of the standing leg. Bring it on up a little higher or higher still. Just don't put it on the knee. Skip it over the knee. Push the foot into the leg into the foot. If you like, grow your branches. Don't look at the TV. Don't look at anything moving. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Sway your branches. Maybe try to close your eyes and take a long blink to challenge your balance. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant the foot. Other side. Left, other knee bends. Bring it out. Bring the foot up. Find support here. Use a chair if that gives you support. All right, press the foot into the leg into the foot. Hands together, breathe, lengthen up. We worked on the foundation. Your legs are strong, your body's strong, your core is strong. Grow a branch, grow the other branch. And I mean it when I say look at where the ceiling and the wall meet. It makes a huge difference. Give it a go. Sway your branches, maybe take a long blink or two. If you fall out, no big deal, get right back in. And when you're ready, hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Left foot meets right, right foot meets left on the ground. Sweep your arms up, extended mountain. Lift your right leg or your left leg. Lengthen up here in your one-legged mountain. Draw the toes toward the shin. Hold. Lengthen, hold. You got it. When you're ready, foot comes down. Keep your arms up. Lift the other leg. Lift it. Draw the toes towards the shin. Breathe. Lengthen. Lengthen through your hips. Lengthen through your fingertips. You can find a little more length. Hold it. Place it down. Hands to prayer center. Float on down to a ragdoll. Float on down. Fingers toward the earth. Now, fingers toward opposite elbow creases. Feet a little bit worked apart. You know what's right for what feels good balance-wise. Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth. Start to sway gently from side to side. You got it. Come back to the midline. All right, find your 2 blocks. Place them in front of you. I don't know, about 6 inches. That sounds about right. Then roll on up. Roll on up. Nice job. All right, so now you're standing. Let's fold over again, and touch those blocks. 2 blocks might be a little too high, or maybe not high enough. Adjust them so you can touch the block, and then gently come on back up. Let's do it again. Go down, touch the block or the earth, come back up. Start, at least have 1 block. Don't go straight to the earth. I mean, maybe you can easily touch the earth. Come up, touch the earth, but touch the block. Come on up, touch the block. Come on up. All right, you got that, right? Let's make it a little more exciting. You knew that was coming. All right, hinge forward. Touch the block, maybe put your hands on the block, and lift your right leg up. Lift your right leg up a little or a lot. Find what's right for you. Find balance in your left foot. Then come on back up to standing, but keep the foot lifted. Lift all the way, stand up, then fold over. Touch the block, fingertips, and then come on back up. Foot touches down, no big deal. Just get back into it. Let's do it again. I'm going to go for the floor this time, but going for that block is hard enough, right? Touch the earth, not long. Come on back up. One more time, leg is lifted. You're going to hinge forward, touch the block or the earth. Come on back up. Come on back up. Shoulders over your hips. Keep the foot lifted. Now put the foot down. All right. Oh my gosh. Let's do it again. Just kind of readjust your brain. Lengthen up. Fold forward on both feet. Touch your block, your blocks, the earth, whatever. Come on up. Do it again. Fold forward. Touch the block, the earth, whatever. Come on up. Let's add in the leg. Lift the left leg now. Lengthen up. Hinge forward. Bend forward. Touch the block. Come on back up. Take it slowly. If you fall out, who cares? Get back in. You don't quit, right? Come back. Do it. Touch the block. Touch the earth. And then back up. Find your balance. It's easier to say than it is to do. Touch and back. I think we need to do one more time. Touch and back. Come on up. Shoulders over your hips. Don't set the foot down quite yet. Now set it down. All right. Balance. You got it going on. Nice job. Okay, so let's remove these blocks. Let's take a forward fold and do a ragdoll. Forward fold, you're an expert at it now. Feet hip width distance apart, hands to opposite elbow creases, sway, sway, sway. You got it. As you're ready, slowly bend your knees. Come into a little chair pose here. Release your fingers to the mat. Send the weight more back into your heels and wiggle your toes. Now you're in a chair, so you're kind of sending the weight more back into your heels. Breathe. And then let's come down, all the way down to your bottom. Grab your ball, have your weights nearby, and let's go. All right, so I'm gonna do a bridge on the ball. Bridge pose. If you don't have the ball, totally fine. I'm gonna bring the ball behind my low back. If you don't have the ball, come to fully reclined on your back. I'm gonna lean on back and just let this ball feel good in my low back. Bring my shoulders on down. Bend my knees. Soles of the feet are on the mat. Bridge pose. I'm gonna adjust the ball so it goes a little bit lower. So that feels right for me. All right, no ball at all. You're just gonna pulse the hips up, up, up to the sky. All right, if you got the ball, put the weight on the ball. You could also do this without the ball. Weight into one leg, other leg lifts. I'm gonna lift my right leg first, pressing my left foot into the ball, into the ground. And I'm gonna lift and pulse my right foot up, up, up to the sky. Ball is just a nice little reminder to keep the hips lifted. Breathe. Leg extended. Now take it to a 45-degree angle. Keep pressing into that left foot. That's your foundation. There you go. When you're ready, bring the right foot down. Bend the knee. Both feet are on the mat. Left leg lifts. Pulse it up, 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 up to the sky. Take it to 45 degrees and pulse it. You got it. Pulsing the hips up, up, up. Feet come down on the earth. Press into the earth with your feet. Rest in that ball, extend your legs and send them both up to the sky. Bring both legs to 45 degrees and hold it here. Lift them up to the sky. 45 degrees, find your balance on the ball. Arms help, down by your sides. Lift the legs up, now split the legs. One leg goes to 45, one leg stays up. Bring them back up to the sky, other leg to 45 while the other leg stays up. Back up to the sky, both legs to 45. Then take them lower. Take them so low that they almost touch the ground. Not quite. And hold it. And back up. Those ankles are glued together. Send the extended legs down, 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 down. Ooh, this ball is wonderful. On the back. Lower both legs to about the earth. Not quite. Lift them on up. One more time. Bring them on down. Hold it. Now bend the knees. Press the soles of the feet in the mat. Lift up off of the ball. You got it. Come all the way down. Slide that ball underneath your left leg and send your left leg long. So it's under the calf. Bend your right leg and create a figure 4 here, like a reclined tree pose. Let the outside of the right ankle rest on the upper part of the left thigh, on the lower part of the left thigh. Let the outside of the right knee come toward the earth. Switch it out. Right leg, let it balance the calf or whatever on the ball. Bend the left leg and open it up to the side. Breathe. When you're ready, both legs go long. Remove the ball. Both legs go long. Press up with your hands or without into a forward fold position. Arms lift. Arms reach forward. Arms capture your ankles, your calves. Fold forward. Look down to your knees. Come on up, shoulders over your hips, send your legs wide. Walk your hands forward. We did this the other day. Walk your hands forward and bring your elbows maybe down to the earth or close to it. Just reach, reach, reach. You know what feels good, what feels right. Walk your hands back toward the midline of your body. Clamshells. Come on down to one side. Forearm parallel to the earth or to the top of your mat. Left shoulder over left. Or right shoulder over right elbow. Knees bent. Grab a weight or two and start to open up in the clamshells here. Lift the ankles and open up. How's that? Breathe, breathe. You can have one weight, you can have 2 weights, you can have no weights at all. It's all good. Just try to get those ankles up. Give that a go. See what you think. How does that work for you? All right, let's switch. Knees come down, clamshell closes. Go to the other side. Okay, left side, elbow under the shoulder, knees bent. Start to open the legs. Top leg, right leg, lift it up. Add in a weight or 2. Lift, lift. Ankles up, and the clamshells are still at it. You got it? Don't quit. When you're ready, one more Pilates pose, and then we'll rest. Maybe. All right. Let's finish. Clamshell closes, weights come away, come on up to seated. Remember that wide-legged forward fold? Do it again, do it again. Fold forward. Now come back up. Turn to your right. Bring your hands to your calves or to your ankles. Bring your chest toward your thigh and your nose toward your knee. Come on back up. Come back to center. Chest toward the earth in the center. Come on back up. Turn to the other leg. Chest toward that leg. Breathe. Come on back up. Tee out your arms. Turn to one leg. Back to center. Turn toward the other leg. Now the Pilates saw pose. The pinky on one hand, you're going to bring to the opposite pinky toe on the other foot. Then back up to center. I'm going to take the pinky of my left hand to the pinky toe of my right foot. And back. And forth. And back. And forth. There you go. Maybe you're not quite there. Maybe you're just reaching little by little. It's all good. It's all good. Don't sweat it. Let's finish. Come back up, legs together. Let's come on back to fully reclined. Grab your eye shade and towel, put them up near your shoulders, hands to prayer center. Let's come on down. Hug your left knee to your left armpit, hug your right knee to your right armpit, rock a little bit from side to side. Come back to the midline of your body, release your arms down by your sides, send your legs up to the sky, point your toes to the sky, draw a little circle in one direction, and a little circle in the other direction. Still the feet, high to the sky, lower them together, ankles glued together, lower them all the way down, and rest. Send your heels to the opposite sides of your mat. Open up your arms down by your sides, palms face up, final Shavasana pose. Cover your eyes with your towel or your eye shade if you like. Breathe in, breathe out. Sigh it out, let it go. Soften the area between your eyebrows and rest. Important prop in your practice is your remote control. Hit the pause button so you can stay here as long as is right for you. Just regroup, breathe, don't think any thoughts yet, just be at peace. And when you're ready to resume the practice, just unpause it and join us here where we take a deep breath in. Big sighing breath out. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Reach high up overhead and stretch it out. It's a good morning stretch. Exhale, bend your elbows and your knees and roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Low arms, bicep is a pillow now. Top shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you're ready, whenever you're ready, maybe stay here longer. Just press on up with your hands or without your hands to a seated position. Eyes can be open or closed. Take whatever feels good for you in your seated position. Hands to prayer center, thumbs lightly pressed into your chest. Think something good about yourself, how you're improving yourself, how you're getting stronger, more flexible, more mobile. Breathe. Gently blink your eyes open. You did it. Congratulations. You did a fun Friday Yoga Plus. You did Barre, you did Pilates, you did Sculpt, you did it all. And you're getting stronger. Other days of the week, we do other types of practices. Join us. You can do all of them, I promise. Stress number you took in the beginning, what was it? Stress number now, what is it? That is evidence to you that this is working. All right, ruts and trenches, think about it. Get out of those ruts, those unintentional things you fall into, the bad habits, and dig some positive trenches, like doing your yoga every day. See you on your mats tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace, love, joy, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. See you on your mats tomorrow. Hello, Piper. Bye. You're a good girl. You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.